No, 400 million. Then maybe. He needs to answer that question. Is it safe for a pregnant woman, baby, or child to ride in a robotaxi? I have a new one, and I haven't really emphasized it at all. I was kind of saving it, waiting for an answer, but so you have a scenario where eventually it's going to be to the point where you're going to be on the road, and you may not have a robotaxi, but you could be in the middle of traffic and be surrounded by the microwave radiation that's required to run the self-driving vehicles. 2 to 3 milligauss, or sorry, 3 to 4 milligauss, borderline for childhood leukemia. So, Mel Gibson, why would you want to do a film just because he wants to do it out of spite because he didn't like the representation someone else did? I'm not involved in that. That's your thing, whatever. But to call out and say, hey, make my film for me, I gotta say, step one, outdated safety guideline lost in court. He uses that, Elon Musk. And, you're not no stranger to cancer, right? Well, if he's willing to use that, tell those tall tales on Joe Rogan 1609, don't do anything for him unless he does something for you. Like, sure, I'll make your film, Elon. Just go back on Joe Rogan's show, bring Environmental Health Trust on there, Rob Brown, radiologist, and make up for all the tales that you told and misconceptions. Wrap cell phones around your head and your balls and you'll be fine. Microwave sickness, not true. DNA damaged by cell phones, no. Rob Brown's got a whole other story on that, and he's got a book, Unplugged. So if you're thinking about making this film, because I know you don't need the money, and you probably are more like me, fuck your money. So I would say get the book, read the book, feel Rob Brown's, you might know physics, but you don't know the damaging effects. And I think you're pretty intelligent from what I've seen on Joe Rogan show. So you have no problem understanding any of this. As well as you can hear the court transcript of the FCC losing to Environmental Health Trust. And then you can, I know you'll feel the presence of the Lord or whatever, seeing that you're deeply connected to it. You'll be like, yeah, you're going to need to do a few things for me if you want me to make this film. Like make up for the tales that you told on Joe Rogan's show with 252 scientists from 43 nations that signed the call for protection to non-ionizing radiation. I mean, you're trying to be the savior of humanity. You could at least, make up for these lies that you told. I mean, you can go over to Environmental Health Trust on their page and request an interview. There's a whole list there. Well-educated, high level of research work on the damaging effects of cell phone and cell phone towers. That's exactly how it's written on there. These are a collection of scientists from around the world dedicated to the damaging effects of microwave radiation. And the whole fact that it's outdated, 45 plus years old, lost in court, arbitrary and capricious, didn't look at the vulnerability of children or pregnant women, and based on the 1980 rat monkey test, where they were blasted with microwave radiation to the point where they couldn't push a food lever. Divided that number by 50% for the general public, and divided it by 10 for workers, and said, you'll be okay. Only looking at thermal effects of 6 minutes worth of warming, and refusing to look at anything else. From scientists, just refuse them. Nope, we're only looking at thermal effects here. Even had burns on their faces, and that's what we're riding on right now. And with the fast track proposal, they get to put those cell towers anywhere they want, and you can't say anything. You can't even say nothing in your municipality and get it removed. And here I'm sitting here asking one simple question: can a child, a baby, or a pregnant woman ride in a robotaxi? I want to kill that shit real quick for thinking of any parent thinking that they're going to put their child in it every day to take it to school, to thinking that it's going to be safe. Well, I want you to tell me, is it safe? Yes or no? And what is the highest level of EMF in milligauss? And Eventually, I'll end up testing it. Or Theodore Serrano, the director over at Environmental Health Trust Science, she'll test it. Or I'll have someone over at Building Biologist Institution sign it. And I'll probably go with that because then it's on record and that's something I can use for court. Anybody that's not doing anything today, why don't you ask Elon or Robotaxi or Tesla whether or not it's safe for a child, a baby, or a pregnant woman to ride in? There is no safety levels for the first 100 days of an embryo. I know this from Dr. Barry Trower, a military microwave weapons expert. But please, by all means, hear the FCC that's lost right now, still 2021, lost in court, need to update their safety standards and still dragging their feet. You can hear that whole court hearing over Environmental Health Trust. So don't make us film. I said 400 because, 100 for making it and then the other 300 for free food forests. And to put shielding areas and no allowance for Starlink at all. Completely microwave free. And then, give people an option. Because right now, the only option for anyone to lower their EMF levels is Green Banks, West Virginia. Children, go there. That's what I would do. It's either, you have two choices. Either you go there and reduce your EMF exposure, or stay here and get more. More on something that's outdated, lost in court, arbitrary and capricious, and based on the 1980 rat monkey test that doesn't even look like science. And they're lying. You can hear that over at Environmental Health Trust Science website. Go over to telecom industry influences and see for yourself. Hear the abstract, hear the scientists that were told on how to write their abstracts, how to do their work. Just complete lies. It's fraud. And Elon rides on that fraud. And he's against fraud. But when you see our safety standards, you'll say, yeah, that's fraud.